Let me put some numbers in it. Do not write these numbers down, but just so you can see. We know this is 90 degrees, and we know this one's 90 degrees. Let's just say this is 10 degrees, which means this one is 10 degrees. What is that left? What is it left for angle J? So these two angles equal to 100, 80, which means over here, these two angles are 100. This is also going to be 80. So if two angles are congruent, then that means the third angle is also congruent. So because of that, I can also say that this angle is congruent to this angle. So far, it satisfies the condition where our corresponding angles are congruent. Now we need to determine if my sides are proportional. Now notice my triangles, they're not facing the same direction. Look at where this angle is and look at where this angle is. The orientation has changed. So what I like to do is I like to look at the angles and then go from there. For example, here I'm going from angle L to angle J. Notice how this has one arc and this one has two arcs. So I'm going from one arc P to two arcs S. So these two are corresponding. Does everybody see that? I'm going to write that down. We've got LJ corresponds to PS. Now let's look at the next one. I'm going to go from J, which has two arcs, to the 90-degree angle. So over here, I'm going to start at S, and I'm going to go to N, the two arcs, to the 90-degree angle. So we've got JM corresponding to SN. Any questions so far? And then lastly, we go from 90 degrees to the one arc. That's M and L. And then from the 90-degree to the one arc, that's N. All right, and now all we have left is to substitute the values. So LJ is 75 over 30 PS. JM is 45 over SN, which is 18. And then we've got ML, which is 60, divided by NP, which is 24 for 18. $2.5. How about 60 over 24? 2.5. Are they all equal? Yes. So because they're all equal, then our sides are proportional. And if our sides are proportional and our angles are congruent, can we say that the two triangles are similar? Yes. So this is the easiest way to name our triangles. Everybody ready? Because it could get confusing. What I want you to do when we write our similarity statement is I want you to draw a triangle, my similarity symbol, and then another triangle. And all we're going to do is match. We're going to start with J. What corresponds to angle J in the other triangle? What'd you guys say? S, right? Two arcs with two arcs. Now we're going to go to L. What corresponds with angle L? Angle P. And then finally, angle M corresponds to angle N. And this is my similarity statement. It tends to get very confusing when you try to do one and then the other one. But if you do them at the exact same time, you will save yourself a lot of time and confusion. All right, that's the first one. Let's do the next one. The next one, they're giving us the information that triangle QRS is similar to triangle XYZ. And because my triangles are similar, then we can say that the angles are congruent and that my sides are proportional. So let's draw the first triangle. This is Q. Angle Q is 51 degrees. Angle R is 92 degrees. And we don't have a measurement for angle S. Then we have angle Z, angle X, and angle Y. All right, let's first figure out angle S. What is the measurement of angle S, or how can we find it? Right, we can add the two angles, so 92 plus 51, that gives us 143. And then what do we do? Perfect, subtract it from 180, and we get 37 degrees. So that gives us angle S. And now from here, it's all just about matching. We start with angle Q. Angle Q is 51 degrees. So what's the measurement that's going to equal 51 degrees on the other triangle? Angle X. Perfect. So this is angle X. Okay, let's do the next one. The next one is angle R. Angle R is 92 degrees. What is also equal to 92? The Y. 92 degrees. And then finally, angle S is 37 degrees, and angle Z is also going to be equal to 37 degrees. Any questions? All right, so we already looked at the angles. So what if they tell us that our triangles are similar and we're looking to choose one side? So in this case, I'm going to choose AC. What is corresponding to AC? XZ, perfect. XZ, which is this one. Now we can check all of them and they will all be equal because they're telling us they're similar. But in order to just find the scale factor, we only need one proportion. I'm sorry, one ratio. So we've got 30 over 56. That's not right. Is it? No. Nobody's telling me anything. XZ. This is not XZ. What is XZ? XZ. Here we go. So easy to get it confused, huh? So we've got 30 over 35. And then if we simplify it, what do we get? What can we divide both of them by? 5. So what's 30 divided by 5? And then 35 divided by 5, 7. And remember, the other way would be to flip them, right? But we'll talk about that next week. For now, whatever is named first in your similarity statement will be the number in the numerator, so the top number. The one that's named second will be your denominator to find the scale factor. Another thing is if your answer is a whole number. Let's say my answer was 7. On your answers in your assignment today, you're going to have to put it as a ratio. So you would have to put 7 over 1. Okay? Just FYI. Anytime it asks for a scale factor, make sure that it is in a fraction form. So here we're going to say K is equal to 6 over 7. That's going to be my first ratio. I'm going to put EF, and what's corresponding to EF? Look at the name of the triangle or the similarity statement. BC, perfect. So BC. And then let's use another side that's given. I guess we can do ED. So we've got ED, and what is ED corresponding to? Look at the similarity statement. If I'm doing ED, over here, I'm going to start at B and go to A. So we've got BA. So let's put the measurements. So EF is X over BC is 15. ED is 19.2 over BA, which is 12. And then from here, we just cross multiply and divide. So we multiply these two, 19.2 times 15 equals X times 12. And that gives us 288, right? So 288 is equal to 12x, divide by 12, and we get x is equal to 24. Awesome. Thank you. So x is 24. Any questions on that one? All right, we're going to start on the next part of our notes, which is proportions in triangles. And again, we're just setting up our proportions. And those of you guys in class, it's the next page, the one that says lesson 3 proportions. All right, so they're telling us these two triangles are similar. So we need to find JK and KL. So if we look at our similarity statement, we know that JK is corresponding to MN. Let's set that one up. JK corresponds to MN. The other one is KL. KL is down here. And KL corresponds to NO. And all we're going to do now is substitute. We've got 2x plus 4 over 12. There's nothing we can simplify, so all we have to do is cross multiply and solve. When we multiply these two, we get 5 times 2x plus 4 equals 12 times x minus 3, 12 times x minus 3. And because we have parentheses, we're going to distribute. We've got 5 times 2x, 10x, 5 times 4, 20, 12 times x, 12x, 12 times negative 3, negative 36. All right, so from here, you can move the 12x over, or you can move the 10x over. I'm going to move the 10x over. You'll end up getting the same answer, so don't worry about it. Just continue solving. We got 12x minus 10x minus 36 by 2, and we get x is equal to 28. So every single time you solve for x, you always want to go back to the question and make sure that you make sure that you either finish the question or you already answered it, or if there is another part to it. So here it says to solve for x, which is what we did, and now we have to find the lengths of JK and KL. So if we look at JK and KL, they both have an x. So we're going to use the x that we solved for, which is 28, and we're going to plug it in wherever x is. So I'm going to plug in 28 here. 2 times 28 plus 4. We get 56 plus 4, and the side length of KJ is 60. And then we use that same method to solve for KL. Wherever x is, we're going to put 28. And this is 28 minus 3. That gives us 25. Seems like information overload. So I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. Go get something to drink. Go to the restroom. Whatever. We'll come back. We'll do 2 more example problems, and then you'll do your assignment. So 5 minutes. Get up. Get your body moving. Get that blood flowing so you can wake up. 5 minutes. I'll take attendance while you guys are taking your break. Yes, this one, Julie, or the one from Similarity? Okay. This one?